Hello, everyone, and welcome to another
Hooray!
edition of the Capcom Podcast. I'm currently just posting on Instagram that we are, in fact, live because, as you can see, we're 30 minutes late, and I am so sorry. I'm also very sorry to Justin because we've been having technical difficulties here,
And
and
I watched.
he watched, but he was a champ, just
Oh.
like making sure that we were good, just making sure that we're good and making sure that we're happy. So, hi, I'm Cameron. Anthony's on mute.
Anthony is muted.
I think we could just leave it there. It's Cameron and the rest.
It's
Like, whatever.
Cameron and
Cameron did spoil that my name is Justin. Now it's out there. I couldn't even say it myself. Like, what's the point even more?
I didn't even say that. I just said
and I'm
Justin had to wait.
Yeah. How dare you call me a champ and spoil my name?
What?
Also, your name's next to your face
Yes.
on the
With-
screen
With even more exclamation marks than ever.
with even more exclamation marks.
I think
than ever.
it's one less than last time.
No, I check
Did
each
you count?
time. I actually add one before the start of each stream. And that was
Do you really?
yeah.
That's amazing.
So we had
It's 11
one
that
episode
last
of-
time, and it's 12 this time.
So
Holy-
next time it's gonna be 30. You gotta skip 13. You can't do 13. That's unlucky.
Well, it's not on a Friday. Like, whatever. Who cares?
I mean, but here's the thing: it's still unlucky, even though it's not on a Friday.
I was 13 once, and just because it was the worst year of my life does not mean it's okay. I'm starting to see the point. Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
We also have someone new today who I'm trying to currently get his Instagram handle, but
I
he
thought
won't
you
let
were
me
saying,
allow to
certain-
mention him.
It's like I'm not so new, but like I've never been live.
But no one has seen him before,
Yeah.
so
He is our
maybe.
TD. Beautiful face.
So why don't you, my good friend?
I hate you so much. Why should I even introduce myself? Like, no one knows who I am, and I do not do anything online, and I don't.
But
have
that's why you
anything
need to
do
introduce
with.
because no one knows who you are. That's the point of introducing
As much
oneself.
as I hate to agree with Cameron, I mean, that is the point of an introduction.
So introduce yourself.
I'm Leo. I'm Cameron's coworker, and also I'm being threatened to help with this mess of a podcast.
and you're in love.
So he is our technical director. Usually he's behind the camera. You've maybe heard us mention him a few times. I should have made a compilation of like all the times we mentioned him on
You should
the
have.
podcast, but I didn't because I don't got time. So
Does.
yeah,
Excuses.
excuses. I know. Well, someone else could have done it from the group, but I didn't decide to. Also, a big shame on Seb this week because he's not here. Shame. We love him, but shame.
Can we get the 4-person group boo going in a 3, 2, 1. Boo!
That's mean.
Oh, sorry. We gotta unbalance that. Can we get the group yippee in 3, 2, 1? Yeah, great. So are we good now? I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So, what have you guys been doing these past? I don't know. What do you want from me? What do you want?
I felt a little hurt by just how fast you moved past that. Can I get a yippee in 3, 2, 1?
Yippee!
And this is why you two are in love. Okay. Yeah, we can talk specifically about what Anthony has been up to since the last podcast.
Well, since
And
you
maybe-
volunteered to
Well,
start, Justin,
well, like
what have you
this.
been doing?
I was supposed to watch Anthony talk. I'm so excited. I just like when other people say words. Well, what have I been up to? I guess since the last time I was on here, we got to release the first part of our big Anime Insanity finale. That's the little web series I work on. I spent like the last week doing like cameos and stuff. That's fun. I do little cameos now. What else is going on? I'm just a sleepy little guy, and that's really all you need to know about me. No more full screen, please.
Who would like to go next? I can go next. I'll go full screen. Sure, why not? I got back from the States. I am back in Germany, chilling with a certain someone.
I'm in Germany.
Woo! Woo! We actually before you continue, you can talk about what we've been doing the past couple of days. But the reason why we were late is because we tried to get Leo, Anthony, and I all in a room together to stream, and
This
the tech,
didn't work.
it did not work. Everything was going wrong. So, which is why we're at the studio space that we were using, just on different locations of the office. So, yeah, I will leave no more information so that people can't find this place. Because even though there's currently 2 people watching, I don't care. People will dox anyone for anything.
In a cute way.
In a cute way, of course. I don't know you. We
Hello,
have a person
Noel.
that I actually have. Hi.
Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely little day.
What's
Anyway,
up, Noel? With the heart emoji?
Anthony, tell us. You just got to Germany. How have you been liking it so far? What have you been doing?
I have been doing. Oh, it's been a very eventful and packed weekend, but it's been a fun weekend. So we started off going to. I flew into Munich Friday at 7:00 in the morning. Fell asleep. I took the blanket on the airplane because it was really soft and really nice. I want to take the pillow too, but I couldn't fit it, so I left the pillow in the blanket.
He legit took this blanket from
Yes.
like place to place. Like
Base.
it's currently like I have so many questions.
It's currently in his apartment.
It's currently in
Before
my
I pack it.
apartment.
Yes, before I pack it. So we went to Oktoberfest and the food. Oh God, it is like excuse my language, but it is like having an orgasm in your mouth. And
Hooray!
it's amazing.
Wait, I need to show the picture.
You
I'm
can
gonna
show
show
the
the
picture.
picture of the
Which
3 of
picture?
us.
Oh, of
Three
the
of
the yes, we all rented Lederhosen. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, beautiful. Leo, what? There was like a from Leo.
Close enough.
Close enough.
You know what? Here's the thing. I
Um,
don't try.
Oktoberfest was a lot of fun. We got up early. We rented up Lederhosens. We went straight to. We were in Munich. We went to the Oktoberfest and we drank 2 pints of beer. The beer is also like so much better than American beer. Just putting it out there, it doesn't taste like water. I'm not gonna use the other word, but just water. And the dancing and there's music. And I was on top of this bench just dancing our tail feathers off. I have videos of all of us dancing. And then we took a train back to Berlin last night. And then we went to a soccer game. And I remember the team because it is Herth. I'm not gonna say it right. I could say it. Hold on.
I'm gonna share the screen real quick with the photo of us at Oktoberfest. Just love it.
Am I the like lower down one in the middle?
You're not. I actually don't.
You're not.
You're not.
But
Why
we were.
not?
Sadly, we wanted you there, but
Would've
based
enjoyed it.
off of
I started walking to Germany, but then I hit some water. Didn't have a boat. And thank you, Noel. Oh, that is so sweet and nice and cool of you. Thank you for showing up and thank you for being around and thank you for nice words and cool.
but
I'm
yeah,
a professional.
yeah. But I love that. You're always a professional. I don't understand the question of or even the thought of you not being a professional.
Thanks.
Always the most
I'm also a gamer.
You're the most
Really?
professional gamer.
And
You're a
I've
gamer?
seen some anime.
What a segue. Do we want to go over to the movie?
Oh, we did a movie this week?
We did a movie this week.
Holy frick.
I know.
Tell me more. I
guess
want to know more about this movie.
Fantastic movie.
we did why is there a period after?
Because
Your name.
that's a name.
The
Like,
name that
the
was the
period
period
is
after?
in the title.
Is it really?
I'm
No.
pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I'm not
is?
used to your guys' keyboards.
We did anime this week, which like yay. As a concept. No. Our movie this week was Your Name. Anthony, Leo, and I watched it like on the train back to Berlin on Saturday simultaneously.
Yeah, it was a fun train ride.
It was, and I think I was the only one that hadn't seen the movie yet of this group.
Mhm.
So
Well, then
Um,
we're all so excited to know what the Cameron experience was like.
it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie.
We also
Like,
did watch it subbed and not dubbed.
yeah, that
Not
annoyed
subbed,
me.
vice versa.
Oh, you all did dubbed.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually requested subbed, but
Okay, I did
I was
subbed.
told,
I
"quote
don't
You can't handle dubbed. You can't handle subbed."
really.
By the person that downloaded the movie, and I went, "I certainly can, but I guess I don't have a
I
choice
don't
now."
think I've seen the dub of this. I think this is like my third or fourth time watching. I think I've only done sub.
Here's the thing. And this is I think I've been very like I've said this on this podcast. I hate dubbing so much.
I think it depends on from kind of film to film or
Like
show to
anime
show for that.
is I think it's fine because I think it's part of the it's part of the culture of anime, I feel like, especially international markets. Is like is the dubbing. But
Is the adapting language and whatnot. What were you
But
saying?
like, I do not like dubbed films in like if it's like in like a different language when it's like in Spanish or like
It's a
or
little more
like
distracting.
well, I think when it's live action, I think it's a different thing because you can see the mouth move differently, and I also think in anime the mouth isn't moved as like articulately, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So I think it's less distracting, but I still like my big thing is like the filmmaker used dialogue is like a song to me. Like when you talk, it's a rhythm. There's like a way that people talk, and there's a reason why the director chose that tone and that word in that voice, right? And so I'd like to keep that originality for that sake because I feel like it takes something away. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Don't you worry. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, this is the first time I saw your name. I've seen a few animes before, but I can't call myself well versed in anime, and it is not something that I watch a lot of. But I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was emotional, and it was like a really good film, like good story too. Really
With
solid
twists.
story.
It's it's not often you get this combination of types of twists in a single movie.
I'm
What
gonna
do
be
you
honest.
think
It did get me. It got me. I
Really?
did not.
It
I
got
didn't
you?
expect it.
Oh, it
I
got
did not
me.
expect it. I did not expect it.
Well, you want to get a summation of the film in there? We'll throw on the little spoiler tag after.
Oh yeah.
Summation, I guess, of the early part of the movie.
What's the movie
What did you
about?
think, Leo?
Oh no. I mean, I was the person who suggested watching the
Yep.
movie because I freaking love that movie, and also like it was like the I don't know 10th time that I've watched it when we all watched it together on the train back home, and like I was sobbing like it was and Carol sometimes like watched out to me and was like kind of annoyed. But like,
It was
I mean-
just like I felt it was so moving that you had this reaction, right? Like, but like I just like couldn't like, and especially because we were all always around like same part. Mine's like a second. It was like I cannot even no, like the fact that he had such like a strong reaction to it just made me so happy. I don't know. Like I get touched when people are touched by movies. Especially
Yeah,
because
the
it's, like,
emotion
our
is
profession.
infectious.
So yeah. Also, Noel, keep asking questions. Wait, I'm trying to get the chat out, and my mouse is being weird. Keep asking questions. Don't feel weird. This is not spam. We interact with people all the time when they interact with us, and we love it. So please,
It's community.
it's community.
all right.
I just didn't 100% answer your last question, because we're going to talk about it later. So that's why.
All right,
I
for
did,
those
but-
who don't know, Your Name is a tough film to describe because it's like it kind of feels like saying anything is like a bit of a spoiler, but I think it's safe to say that like based off of like the early elements of the film, you have two characters. handsome young boy from Tokyo, and a very thoughtful, cool gal from like the more rural part of Japan.
Village. Yeah.
Yeah. And they find themselves in what seems to be something of a body swap scenario in which they need to begin to like write notes to each other, communicate to one another while in these swapped forms to try to help one another in a being successful in each other's day-to-day lives, and it gets crazier and crazier from there. And it's a little
That's
movie.
actually a perfect
That is
log line
yeah.
of the
Oh,
movie.
thank you so much.
I think that explains everything in.
I guess besides like the romance part of it.
But also like that's a little like vague as well. Like it's like
That's all I'm gonna say
Let's put
about
up
that part.
No, that
Leo, can
works.
we put up the spoiler.
There's romancy vibes throughout.
Yes.
Sort of hitting it. So.
That is good to note. And it's a film that I think we'll all be very, very positive on in case you're been watching. But if you haven't, now's your warning. We're in the spoiler zone. Everyone,
This is not the spoiler yet. But the one thing that annoyed me about this film was how hard it was to watch it. No, as in like how hard it's to find to watch. It's not actually an annoyance about the movie, but like it's still something that like gets me. It's like we have all these streaming services. Can't at least make it easy for us to watch this movie?
Yeah, you had to pay to watch it. Like I mean, you couldn't find any
incredibly acclaimed film as well.
Right. So that's why that got to me. Which has nothing to do with the movie itself, but
can we say spoiler warning in a very silly way in 3, 2, 1?
Spoiler warning!
Isn't
that why we have the spoiler ticker at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, but then we start talking about other stuff that weren't spoilers. So now it's a more official little thing. It's cute. It's demure, as the kids say.
Cute.
But to what Cameron was just saying, now that we're in the spoiler zone, when you said it was difficult to watch, I thought you meant like just how like intense like the last like third of the movie.
Oh yeah, no, that 100%.
Whereas it feels like the movie could end at any second, and you're like, please, something happen, please.
I for sure. So once he goes to the mountain and they switch back into their own bodies, and the meteor and the comet strikes. I thought we weren't gonna see them together ever again.
Yeah,
that's a very
especially when when it starts teasing you that it's like when it's like, hey, we're on like we keep seeing the hair tie. Yeah. I'm like, I can't deal with it. I'm like, this is not gonna work. It's gonna make me sad. And then finally like they meet each other and they recognize each other, I guess, like somewhat, but not really.
Like
and then you're happy.
Like you see someone from a dream. I mean, I think everything about the dreamlike logic of the movie is just so wonderfully done in how it uses the feeling of losing the memory of a dream to be, akin to just losing something deeply important to you, and you feel the tragedy in every ounce of it. It's so wild. Just in mere concept, it hits.
Oh yeah, the logic of this film is super tight. Like I've not seen a movie that's I think the logic makes a lot like within the film itself.
Well, I think
like
there's
works.
A timeline and like not explaining everything, but just executing like how well I can talk about the split between
the spoilers,
but like how like you don't identify the fact that they're in two different like years, or they're in this two different. It's happening them in 2 different years until like later on in the film.
Right. Yeah. Because first it's a body swap movie, then it's a body swap time travel film. Kind of wild.
But you sit there and you're like, oh wow, how did I not realize this?
Because they don't really hint at it in the earlier, like in the beginning of the film.
Unless you count like they're, they have different like phone models. One's like notably, newer than the other. But you could also be like, oh well, that's probably because Taki's living in the city and maybe a little wealthier. But
the only logic that I did not understand at the end of this film,
sure,
is that he forgets her name, but he extensively told her name to his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did they
but-
remember it?
Do they?
How would they remember it? They would remember it.
But
because
do
it's
they
like-
remember it? Because then you have later parts of the film where Taki's talking to the girl he hangs out with. I'm blanking on the name, but she's
But
like,
that's also
I
5
don't
years
really-
later.
she was like, we were in that location, right? I kind of remember.
Your wife. Yeah.
I think there's a
Um,
mystical element to
Okay.
the swap that like it's not just the two of them that start to forget information.
I guess that's what the phone does at that point when it erases all the messages.
That's
Or
Yeah.
that
Or were
feels
the
like the
messages
most
never there?
wild out of everything because it's like, oh well, the brain of course can lose memory, but like they take it to the technological level. I'm like, you're not allowed to do that. No, it's awesome. The world is out out against them, and they make it work anyway. Yeah.
You said the universe. I think it definitely plays within like there's other entities within this like universe or our world, right? That has to toy with the fact of them being able to switch bodies and time travel and have this little fantasy / love story in its own way. Because like I don't know, everything happens for a reason. So like you could also argue the fact that like he was meant to buy with her to potentially save the island
Right.
or the village.
To speak on the movie in like a broader sense, I think one of the most impressive parts of the movie is how it's able to just so wonderfully and consistently reinvent itself over and over and over again. Because it starts as like, you know, you're mostly in Mitsu's perspective early on. You're like, oh, there's a mystery, like what the heck is going on, and people are saying that she's been doing weird things. Then it turns into, oh, we're doing a body swap movie, and it's really, really fun when you're just going back and forth between the two of them, and they need to start to excel in each other's lives, and it's really funny, but it's also really cool. Then it turns into Taki's adventure to go find out where she was, and learn about that mystery. Then it turns into like a disaster movie with Comet approaching. It's like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to now I switched on back, and how am I supposed to save this town? Then I feel like the whole, we hit a point in the movie where it switches from that vibe to just straight up like lingering romance. It's like all these different eras of the film just keep it fresh, and every single one hits hard. There's not a single segment of the movie that I'm like, I want to tap out a little bit here. It all rocks.
I feel like though there's 2 points to that. One, I think they're just able to very well instill a hero's journey into this film, because that's what it feels like.
Sure.
I think you have 2 heroes, but like it's still a hero's journey if you can plot everything out, and that's how a hero's journey can kind of work, right? Your tests and your trials are your fun part, right? The innermost cave is your midpoint. Like it is a very like, not that this is bad, but it's a formulaic film. It follows a very story formula with just the twists within the world being what kind of keeps you engaged on like a very like story level, right? I mean, the characters are also intriguing and they're interesting and they're natural and the acting is great, right? But like on a story level, those twists are changing what we thought was happening. It's the reveal that's the twist, and not like something is changing like all of a sudden, right? It's always been the same way. And I forgot my second point.
Everyone clap! Yay! Good job, Cameron.
I forgot my second point.
Leo, can you fill in Cameron's second point with
I can try. So
we're gonna frame whatever you're about to say as this is Cameron's big point. Go ahead.
So when we were watching the movie again, I was really impressed with like the visuals, because like the film's from 2016, I think, and especially like I watched like very recent anime all the time, and like the CG in that movie, even though it's like 8 years old at this point, it looks fantastic, and I was really impressed with that. But like on an like story level, I can't add anything. I love that movie to death. It's amazing, and also like I don't see any like it's It's just
There
very
are no
beautiful.
flaws, though. There
There
are
are.
no. I don't find there to be any flaws in this film on a logic level. And like, you gotta give like a crap load of credit because that's hard to do.
CinemaSins
Especially-
is quaking right now.
But like, just it's hard to like, especially in a feature film, to like nail the logic so tightly without like anything being wasted. Like without anything like not being there, without something missing. Like it is all there. It is all like super tight and locked in. So like, props to them for getting that done, and props for them to have that. Yeah.
On Theo's note of I said Theo. Jeez, Leo, one of those days. On Leo's note about breathtaking visuals, like there's that sequence like right before Taki like is able to finally get back to Mitsu's body past the halfway point in the film, where they just like let you linger on like this thread of time sequence. It is gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like anytime you see the comet, it's like the movie just pauses for a moment to just let you breathe it all in, or like, and both like both the village and the city have this makeup to them where you'll have moments of pause where it's like the beauty of the city or the beauty of like Taki's like final lake view and right before the comet's about to arrive. I guess that'd be the following day, but like it was the last time he was in Mitsuha's body before the comets. Like the movie just like, it's such a tight movie and still has time to breathe on these gorgeous visuals. It's
not that
wild.
long.
The
how
comment,
You're right.
the comment scene too was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Like seeing it split in half, like it's sad because like what it means, especially in the storyline, but it's like that's such a beautiful scene and it's so elegant in causing so much disaster for the two main characters.
You just feel so helpless around the time that like the second comet's about to hit and they need to evacuate everyone. It's like none of this is working. This is painful. And it's gonna hit you feel like it's gonna hit any second now, and the progress has not been made. I guess the only thing we don't see, and correct me if I'm wrong on that, is we don't get to see Mitsuha like have that like real conversation with her father at the end that gets everyone eventually evacuated. But like you have faith in her. Like it still works for me,
Well, I think at that point you think it's hopeless.
Yeah.
And then I think it leaves you with that shred of hope, but especially like that cut makes it hopeless. And so like that third act is just full of twists and reveals. Like that's all, like it ends with us realizing that he is back. It ends up with us realizing that the city did survive. It ends up with us realizing that she moved to Tokyo. It ends up with us realizing that they both kind of know each other, but they keep crossing paths, but not knowing it. Like it happens twice before they actually talk to each other, before they both like try to run after each other, where they're like they feel something, but like they don't know what's going on.
Do you feel it was they hint at this like universe or whatever in the movie? Like, do you think after she saves the village, do you think the universe is like pushing them to making her move to Tokyo and like bring them together?
No, I think I don't know about me. My personal opinion, no. I think her character was always going to move to Tokyo, regardless of the comet or not. That was what she wanted to do.
But I do like, even if you don't look at it that way, that both of them have this urging to the other. Like she is urged to move to Tokyo. He's urged to think so deeply on her original city and be sketching out. When he's doing interviews, you feel the weight of like him wanting to recreate what was lost through architecture and how he explains himself in interviews. Like just those the last few bit of the movie, and that also does like help with the trick of will they ever see each other again, because like at the very least they're like giving you seeds of like, well, they're always gonna remember each other. Isn't that good enough? And we're like, no. And they're like, okay.
No.
Okay.
It's not. I need more. I need a happy ending, please.
Oh, jeez.
I think happy endings can be good, and I think that sometimes there's some people out there that are like, if movie don't end in tragedy, it's not a very adult movie now, is it? And I'm like, Grr? Um,
I feel like Justin, you and I have had this discussion off podcast at some point, and I feel like you're attacking me. Although I love happy endings.
I can't remember anything specific with you, but I just don't remember a lot of things in general. It's like everything was a dream, you know what I mean?
That was a good
And-
reference.
And life with you, Cameron, is a dream.
Aww.
Ah,
There you go. That's the heart.
wow. OMG.
Jeez.
Kind of bananas, if you ask me.
Oh man. So, I think it's time.
I'm not ready. I'm not
It's
ready.
time.
I think it's time.
Ta-dam.
I think it's
For
time to rate
Rate that
movie.
movie.
And I actually still need to write my letterbox review, but that's
Yeah, he hasn't wrote it yet, and I yelled at him for it.
No, you didn't. You got error.
I did. That's me yelling.
Anyway, rar dinosaur.
Rawr.
Well, I don't. Who could disagree? This movie's a 15 out of 10. Good job, movie. I'm not gonna make a joke this time. It's just a perfect movie. And like, listen, and I want to be clear. When I say perfect movie, like, I'm not saying a flawless movie, right? I mean, like, because like a movie could be flawless, but also not the most interesting.
Boring.
But this movie, like, every opportunity to make you feel something, it makes you feel something. It is awesome. So 30 out of 10. Great job, you little movie, you little rascal, you.
Actually, we might do this movie at some point. But
Oh, La La Land?
For people who
I actually
aren't-
have not seen La La Land, fun fact.
You haven't?
all right,
No.
okay. We'll
We
talk
could-
later after the podcast.
You could do
We
a
need to set our
Damien
movies for
marathon.
next- We need to set our movies for the next 2 months, so that might be one of them. Noel, thank you for that suggestion. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, and La La Land is one of my favorite movies of all time. So,
And then we'll
Yeah.
have like a La La Land versus Whiplash, Damien face off.
that's actually a good topic-ish. All right, Anthony.
Yes.
Thanks for the.
I'm going to give this movie a 4.75 out of 5.
Yay! That's almost correct. Yay!
I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. That's I'm gonna give it on Letterboxd.
Yay! That's even less almost correct. Yay!
At least you could actually rate mine on you can rate a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Well, I like giving bonus points when they're deserved.
I didn't ask for bonus points. But it's
I
not
mean,
less
it does
correct.
deserve bonus points.
Oh, you're saying compared to Anthony? I think you meant compared to me.
Oh, me. My 4.75.
Sorry,
I want to give it a
just
5.
think that everything's about me sometimes.
It's
I
tough, so I
deserve it.
want to give it a 5.
It is.
But also
Here's the thing. People hate that I give very few movies 10 out of 10s, like in a serious way. Like I'm very picky with giving people giving a movie 5 out of 5 stars. But it can be such a like I think Justin has a point, and I guess we have different definitions of what that means. Like a movie can be technically and like story perfect, but there's something missing from it that I'm like.
There's a difference between loving a film and appreciating a film for sure. And I understand where you're coming from, because a 10 out of 10, at least to me, is a movie that is not only something I deeply love, but like is transcendent, is making
Thank
me
you.
see
Thank you.
something different in the world. So a movie that I will be able to gush about forever, a movie that means the world to me. And if it's not at that peak level, I understand not giving it a 10 out of 10. But Your Name kind of is that for me. So that's where I am.
That's fair. And I
That's very
think
fair.
part of what rankings are always subjective. Also, not only subjective. This is actually one of the few 5 out of 5s that I have.
Let's read it out loud for anyone who's not.
A really good film to look
viewing.
into is Everything Everywhere All at Once, especially if you're into the multiverse content.
Just saying in case anyone's just listening and not watching. But
Everything
Everything Everywhere All at
is-
Once is another one of my biggest favorite movies ever. So
Yeah.
good point there.
But I think there's also because what I've also realized is like some movies, like for example, when I watched Civil War for the first time, I gave that a 5 out of 5.
I don't know.
And-
Civil War is like, it's a good movie, but
And I think it transcends a lot of like talking about like journalism and like dynamics of people and like the impending civil war in the United States that's about to happen again. Like Like, I feel like there's a lot that like touched me to a very personal level, and I think 5 out of 5 for me is like it's a subjective rating versus like a 4 out of 5 is still objectively an amazing film. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
All ratings are
Yes,
subjective.
No,
I mean,
I know,
everything's
but-
subjective, but like if you rate something a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10, it's because it truly moved you.
Right. Like, I think
you resonate with it in a deeper meaning than just it's a good movie, technically, acting wise, and visually, right? Like
I think it is harder for me to give something a 5 out of 5 than it is for me to give something a 4 out of 5. But like
That makes sense.
but exponentially more.
Sure. I mean, it's about the
Yeah.
extremes. I'm sure. Are
So
tougher to
so
reach.
yeah, I think that's what it comes down to.
I'm
don't know.
sure a 0.5 is harder to give than a 1.
For sure.
I give it a 1.
Although I don't give 0.5s, I give 1 stars. Actually, yeah.
Everyone give a yippee for Cameron's charity. I don't know. This has been in there. I don't know why it's in there, and I think Leo put it over. All right, best Oh, it's
anime.
gonna be about,
I
like, a
don't know.
cliffhanger ending, like if,
I thought we were talking about movies because
like
like
if like one of us
the
like
podcast
starts
is
choking
about
or
movies.
something and
Sure.
like
Leo, you
falls
scared me
over,
for
we're
a
not sure
second.
like the fate of the person. And then we say
So,
to be continued. So it's mostly
I have a bunch of. I don't,
wait a second.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I know very few animes, anime movies or franchises. I apologize. I was told 10 minutes ago that it's anime is a multiple of anime.
Yes, correct.
I think that's more accurate.
there are situations for animes, but like
Best
it's very,
mainstream. This is a very good title. Thank you.
Some
for
of
made
the
this
best.
change, Leo. Thank
some
you.
of
Makes a lot more sense.
some of the best mainstream anime, and other mainstream anime.
Well, I mean, I think all these options are mainstream.
So
There's, like,
here's
in
the
my-
thing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead,
disagreeing
Anthony.
on
Oh, I
that.
was
I was making a comment on the word best. What are you saying?
like these are all great mainstream animes, but like there's an anime on here called like Homeless Reincarnation that I watched recently, and that's also phenomenal anime, but it's not mainstream. Like very few people know about it or seen it. Definitely watch that too. Watch it in sub though. Don't watch it in dubbed. It's terrible dubbed.
So I know very little anime. I have watched a handful of films that I don't remember. Actually, I should remember at least one of them. It's on my
And
letterbox.
none of these are films. so that adds to
These
Cameron's
are
confusion.
these are franchises. What
Yeah.
I realized, and that's on me for saying we're going to do films and then in fact not doing films.
If Naruto is on here, I'd be able to be like, well, I did see that whole show, and it's 11 films, and a lot of it's spin-off.
So
but
here's what we're gonna do.
Alas,
We're gonna go through these, and whoever knows this IP will give a quick blurb about it.
Yeah.
And based on like the 1-sentence blurb that someone gives, we're gonna rank them because
That's yeah.
this is terrible.
It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
fun.
fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, we're gonna go start with this one.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
Fantastic
I've heard of
anime.
that actually.
all right. My Hero Academia is amazing. Period. I don't want to give you any indication to make it go anything under. The
I agree,
amazing
Justin.
tier.
Let
It
me-
is a
let me-
fantastic-
let me-
that show has moved me. Like
Let
I
me-
resonate
let
a
me-
lot with him as a character, as a person.
Let me
He is
change
me a
this.
high school version.
You are pitching these shows to and movies
I understand
to me.
that. I just don't want to do that for
Wait,
this.
no, wait. The goal is to tell me like which shows I need to watch.
This one.
Oh, this one, yeah.
And all right,
It's
so,
not even that long. It's really good.
All right, what's this?
Where are we
Can,
at?
can you read the title?
This
can't read
is
the title.
Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's that's
Oh,
also the
I have
Zoom
heard
and
that.
also like
Jujutsu Kaisen. That's also amazing.
I hear
yeah.
that's good.
So basically,
Fantastic.
it's really great, but like, my big problem with it is that the anime is really slow to adapt the manga, and also, do not get attached to any character at all.
Yay!
Yeah.
What? So what? Give me a blurb. What's the show about?
So basically, you have this one guy with a hero complex, and because he's weird, he eats a demon finger. and then he gets possessed by the demon,
Cool. Okay.
and then
pretty
he
much
has
it.
fun killing
This-
other demons.
Based on
He's
all
really
the
good
information,
at it.
this looks very good. That's how.
I hear it's very good.
It is fantastic.
All right. Is this like?
This is
That's
Angel
what makes-
Beats. That's
Never
hella
mind.
weird. It's basically you have like high school girlies, and they are in like a simulation, and
Put it in
also by the
amazing.
way, they're like in limbo. They are dead. That's like a weird form of afterlife, and also like I can't quite remember. It has been years since I watched this show, and like they have guns and weird glowy swords that they like shoot out of their like
I'm
arms.
gonna
I
go
don't know.
with. Okay.
It's weird. It's
All right.
Yeah,
Erase is the next one.
People love that one.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Give me more.
Uh, I don't remember much. I know, like somebody dies, and I cried a lot. So
So true.
that's always a
So
win for
so
me,
that
but,
means
like,
it's very emotional. Let's go with amazing.
That's not how that works.
Well,
This is
okay,
exactly how this works. It's what we've been saying. This is how this works.
sure.
Because
But
I don't
emotional
know
doesn't
enough.
make it
About
amazing.
This is
Very good.
There we go.
this is original Digimon.
It's okay.
For the Camerons who don't know, it's Pokemon.
I know what
but
Digimon is.
not Pokemon.
It's okay.
I mean, which is a
Leo.
which is a bit of a condescending way to put it. What should I call it? You know, little human dudes go into the digital world and they're paired with their own little monster and they go on a fun adventure together. I think
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's okay.
it's pretty great.
All right, we
Like-
can do.
Like the first half
What
of
do-
the,
what
of
do
the first
you-
season is like very much Monster of the Week like, but after that it gets like some sort of ongoing story.
Very good.
The
Nah,
only
it's okay.
Digimon
It's
series
okay.
I was like really into.
Pokemon's better than Digimon.
The only Digimon series I got like really into is not one that's even on here. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
the
Next.
third
I'm
batch.
guessing
Sword
you're
Art
Tamers.
Online.
Tamer.
I've heard of this.
That is not Sword Art
It's
Online.
not Sword Art Online.
That's Demon Slayer.
Oh, I was
I've
like,
heard of that
Oh.
too.
Yeah,
I heard this is supposed to be amazing.
I hear it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good. All right, we go with very good.
yeah.
oh, wait, that is Demon
Pokemon.
Slayer.
Amazing.
Like-
it's my childhood. That's not
Thank you so much. That's
Yeah,
not going on there. If Digimon is okay, it's going in the same place as Digimon.
That's fair.
Because like
I just
the Pokemon anime is horrible. It's like,
It's fine. It's
do
cute.
you know some of
so
those
so
animes that have like the weirdest localization with like cursed changes in like the
hey, I
script
know
and
someone
stuff?
that
Yeah.
knows Ash, the
That's-
voice of Ash in
that's-
English. That's different.
Oh, that's very cool. That's primarily like early days of Pokemon stuff, though, right? This went on for like a few thousand.
I don't
episodes.
know 5-6 seasons. Then they call on and made it a bit better.
Here-
But
Yeah, but it went way past 5-6 seasons. Only wrapped up within the last.
It's not done.
Years?
yeah.
No.
It
Oh, I mean,
ended. Yeah,
No,
I thought you
Ash's,
meant, like,
no. Ash's story ended.
yeah, and then they made a new Pokemon show that is
Right.
it's called
And that's-
Pokemon.
Oh, also I can really recommend the.
If there's like 5 Digimon shows on here, yeah, you could call Ash's story Pokemon, and then the next one is Pokemon.
Oh, there's multiple Digimons on here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I forget what the new Pokemon show is called. I auditioned for it.
You auditioned for the new Pokemon film?
We could run back on that, but
Wait. We can't just skip past
yeah, no, we
that.
actually can because I'm
No,
really.
we can't.
I don't know how much I could say. So I'm like,
Also, the new one is Pokemon Horizon, I think.
Horizons. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
Next
I-
is cool dude in cape.
I'm not sure what that is.
That's. Oh no.
That's oh no.
Yeah. I have to. Oh yeah. I can't quite remember like how the name is pronounced. Either it's like Code Geass or Code
Oh, Gios.
Oh,
Geass.
Geass?
Geass. I have no idea. Yeah.
I've heard
It's
of
the
it.
code
And it's
game.
like-
I've seen the first season of it, but I don't remember much of it. That doesn't know.
And it's like high school edgelord, like
Yeah,
is
no,
an
that's
evil
extreme.
mastermind who like plans political intrigues and overturns the system. I don't know. It's fun to watch, but he's edgy as shit, and also
As one should be.
boobies, and it's very like cliche anime because it's like from the early or mid 2000s, I think, and it's
Well,
put it okay.
we're almost halfway done. That's crazy.
Wow.
I don't remember the name of this next one, but I know people like it.
I haven't watched that, but I think it's like from the same makers of like Mob Psycho and
That's the vibe. Like,
One
yeah, okay.
Punch.
That makes sense. Neither of which are also here. That's interesting. Right? Or what's that second one? I don't know what the second one is. But
This is Dragon Ball Z. I actually know this. I've not watched it though. I heard it.
You've not watched it?
I have.
I've not either. The
Really?
energy is just a little too masculine for me
You've seen
from afar.
Naruto, but not Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, no, at least you could ship Naruto and Sasuke. I don't like Dragon Ball. Like, they're all muscle people. Like, what's up with that?
Well,
I'm just saying nonsense.
Where do I?
you
put
can
this?
ship Naruto and Sasuke. Anything about it. They're like the best friend brotherhood. Okay. You can put it okay. No, it depends who you're talking about because that show like moved like that show is like my cousin's favorite anime that moved him, right? That was his first anime he watched. But like it's also like super franchise. Just put it okay. Just put it okay. just put it okay.
Well,
Leo, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Wait.
Oh.
After he's done doing whatever he's doing. We don't know.
Oh, I can't.
You can't do that. That's cheating.
I watch other YouTubers that do this, so I can. I have the right.
Yeah, but like,
It's
why
cheating.
it doesn't mean we don't know where to rank it in general, or we don't know between very good and okay.
How about that?
That's
fair.
awful.
Okay, well then move, Pokemon
That's
Digimon up
awful.
to good. Okay.
I guess. Yeah. That's
All right.
Alright,
I don't know what this next one is. Someone educate me.
Tokyo Revenge. I haven't watched much of it because I got confused in the first few episodes because like the plot is basically there's this guy, his high school ex-girlfriend died because she was killed by the mafia, and then he kind of time travels back and also Back to the Future again, and then he tries to become the mafia boss.
It's your
I'm
name,
confused.
but as a show.
It's really great. So I've heard.
All right, next two were Digimon shows. I don't know either of them.
What's it? Oh,
Digimon
that's
show?
There's also
Frontiers.
Yeah,
Oh, easy.
those three are all Digimon.
Yeah,
Are there really?
Yeah.
they are.
I haven't
The first
seen
one is Cross Wars. I can't talk, but yeah, it's Digimon.
I'm sure that these three belong below the okay tier.
Can we put? Yeah,
I don't know that for a fact, but
yeah, like the thing is,
Well,
Cross Wars had a weird concept for someone who has watched the show for the last, I don't know, 15 years. Cross Wars had a weird concept for like Digivolution, and Frontiers actually has pretty likable characters, even though the concept's also weird because in Frontiers there are no Digimon partners, but the humans themselves turn into Digimon. Well,
Okay.
and The third one is did you say no? I have no idea how that's called, but like
Savers sounds familiar. Where's Tamers? Where's Tamers?
Who?
It's not called Data Squad. That's what it's called. And yeah, it's Digimon, but like for high schoolers instead of like, yeah, I don't know.
Instead of for like adults.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
All right.
Like the main.
So they're all Digimon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Data
One
Squad's
Piece
my
time.
team.
Who has a One Piece spiel?
Oh man,
People love
it's
One Piece.
I know, but it's so long.
Well, okay, that's how I should have answered your you didn't see Dragon Ball question. You could pick one long form anime unless you are devoted to the craft. You know, I got Naruto. Some people got Dragon Ball. Some people got One Piece.
I also got Naruto. I mean, I got Naruto and Dragon Ball, but more into Naruto. You can put One Piece is good.
There are people that would hardcore say it's
Yeah.
probably the best thing here, but I haven't seen it. Can't make that argument. And My Hero is also the best thing ever. So
I think My Hero is better than One Piece,
ooh,
hands down.
Alright,
Attack on
next
Titan.
Oh, I've heard of this one. I heard it's
It's
very,
very
good.
good.
People like Attack on
Yeah.
Titan. Fairy Tale.
That's not Fairy Tale,
It's
but
not very
Really?
good.
that's Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I get the
yeah,
Netflix era.
that never mind. So Seven Deadly Sins. I'm too tired to do like summaries of this, but like the first 2 seasons were amazing. After that, the production quality went downhill and shit hit the fan, and yeah,
Okay or good?
It's okay.
It sounds like
Okay.
okay.
it's
It's
okay.
Okay. And last and maybe least,
What the actual fuck is this?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. It's
I have no idea.
put in amazing.
No,
It
we
looks
can just
edgy,
put it
but it looks
amazing.
old.
We can't just put in a no.
Yes, we can.
Why is no more okay than amazing?
Because we don't know what it is.
I think going out of your way to call art bad is just
That's
as
the
unhealthy.
argument.
Someone worked really hard on that.
Fine. Put it in this category. I'm fine with that.
Put it in amazing.
Oh my god. But if you've never seen the art, how could you justify it being amazing?
Well,
there you have it, my
at least-
friends. That is
At
our
least
ranking.
that is funny, is my
Woo.
argument.
I hate that ranking, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It
about
was
that
about as cringe as our show is, so
That's
perfect.
true.
All right, everyone, be sure to rank your favorite Capgun podcast episodes in the comments.
Oh, Justin,
one. Me and Justin
we're gonna do that at the end of the year. Don't you worry. Oh yeah, honey, let's go.
Am I allowed to like join in the fun?
Of course.
All right, well, this is my favorite episode ever.
Aw.
Well, I assume you're talking about ranking the movies. I'm thinking like the quality of the podcast surrounding.
That means we'd have to watch like
We have to rewatch.
20 episodes of films.
I don't
Obviously, me and
rewatch stuff
Justin
that
Solo
I
is the best
am in.
one.
All right.
Say again? Oh,
Obviously, us Solo is the best one.
Sisu. Sisu? That's right.
Sisu. All right. Yeah. So that's been our episode. In 2 weeks, we're gonna watch Idiocracy,
I hear it's fun.
It is
and
fun.
it's Anthony's pick. So I'm
Yeah.
super stoked. But yeah. That's it for today, my guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this absolutely fun podcast. I'm Cameron.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Mitsuha. And
that's Leo.
that's
And-
Leo.
And this has been the Cap Gun Podcast.
Goodbye,
See you in 2
everybody.
weeks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.